Before I quote a shipment and before we ever talk lanes or transit time, there's something I always do first, and that's ask questions. Not because I like small talk. I mean, I do, but that's not the point. But because I need to understand your freight like it's mine. That's how I protect your time, your money, and your reputation. So here are 6 questions I ask every new client before we ever book a load, because moving freight right starts with getting things right on the front end. 1. What exactly are we moving? This might sound basic, but you'd be surprised how often people skip it. I want to know the product, the size, the weight, how it's packaged, and whether it's fragile or sensitive. You can't treat a generator the same as a piece of medical equipment, and you can't treat either like general pallet freight. Knowing the freight helps me choose the right trailer, the right carrier, and the right handling instructions, so nothing gets overlooked. 2. What's the pickup and delivery environment? Is there a dock? Is it a construction site? A hospital? A warehouse with strict hours? I ask because your load might require lift gates, appointments, special gear, or just some extra communication with the site manager. Carriers need to know what they're walking into. I make sure they do. It's how I avoid headaches before they happen. 3. What's the timeline and is it flexible? I ask when the freight needs to be picked up and delivered, and I ask whether there's any wiggle room. That flexibility can open up better pricing, wider carrier availability, or just smoother logistics. But if it's a hard deadline, I treat it like one. This conversation helps me to prioritize the shipment the way you need it prioritized. 4. What's your biggest concern with this load? This one's important. I always ask, what's keeping you up at night about this shipment? Sometimes it's timing, sometimes it's the value, sometimes it's a past experience gone wrong. Whatever it is, I want to know so I can build the plan around protecting you from that exact problem. I don't just want to move freight, I want to solve your pain points. 5. Who do I call if something goes wrong? Freight is unpredictable. I'm honest about that. So I always ask, who should I call if we hit a delay, a site issue, or a weather problem? Having the right contact up front, whether that's you, your client, or a foreman, saves time and reduces frustration. Communication makes or breaks freight. I make sure we're covered on both ends. 6. Have you worked with a broker before, and how was it? I ask about past experience because it tells me a lot. If you had a great broker, I want to know what made that work. If you had a bad one, I want to know what went wrong. That helps me meet your expectations and avoid this stuff that made you frustrated in the past. It's how I build trust from day one. Freight isn't just about miles and rates. It's about people, priorities, and planning. When I ask these questions up front, I'm not being nosy. I'm building a strategy to make sure we get it right. Because I don't just want to move your freight. I want to earn your trust. If you're ready to work with someone who doesn't skip the details, let's talk. I'm here to make freight easier, one good question at a time.